Hi, this is Ryan back again for another week of probability. I'm really excited to get to work with you again and really enjoying the work you're putting out so far. This week, we're going to work on exploring random variables. We're also going to talk about binomial probability distributions and geometric probability distributions and their relationships. So we're just going to continue learning more about these distributions. You'll have, for this week, you'll have the typical, you have a couple discussion boards. You will have some readings to do in the book. You'll have a problem set to do. And just something I want to make sure you're aware of is that in week 4, you'll have a midterm. That'll be your regular homework. In addition, there'll be another problem set that's specific to the midterm, and that'll happen during week 4. So I want to talk a little bit about week 1. I see that some of you are submitting your homework assignments. I appreciate that. Remember, you don't have to type them. You can just handwrite them. Make sure they're organized, and I recommend your name on each page, the page number, the problem. You don't have to write out the problem. Just do your work. Make sure you show your steps and box your answer. I'll have more feedback on that once I get the first problem set graded, which will probably be, I'll work on it tomorrow or Monday, and it'll take me a couple days to get them done. But I'll get them done, and I'll get a feedback to you probably by Thursday, I hope, by Thursday's announcement. So you also had a discussion board, you had an introductory discussion board, which was really good. I appreciated that hard work, and I appreciate the opportunity to get to know you and learn some things about you. You also had 2 different ones that dealt with the first chapter that we were working on, and you had a question about the difference between observation and inference, and I think you did a nice job on that. And you also had a scenario to consider about some lotteries and balls filled with oil or liquid to make them unequal. I think you did a really good job, and I appreciate your work that you did with both of those. I do want to point out a couple things. If you go to the class webpage, there's some policies. Make sure you take a look at the expectations for discussion boards. The discussion boards are really important. They're the opportunity for us to interact with each other. It's an opportunity for you to put your opinion out there, to share examples, and just to really interact with one another. So it's really valuable to spend some time with this. And your responses need to be in depth, and they need to be well thought out, and you need to ask questions and respond. So remember, you should respond, do initial post by Wednesday, and then by Sunday, you need to at least go back and respond to 2 others. But really, you should do a lot more than that. You should really be interacting and going in there. If you'll notice, I've responded to just about everybody in there at least once. I've gone back in and looked at it again, and I've done some extra responses. But I do want to point out a few things to you. In the expectations or the policy section, it talks about some things you should be doing, some ideas. You should be introducing new ideas, providing examples, applications, give a viewpoint or perspective that be different. It's okay. You can be different, not to agree, but make sure you're polite and you do it in a professional way. You could ask a question of one or more participants. If there's something you don't understand, ask a question. You can respond to other questions. Like when I did mine, I posted questions. Respond. Get back in there. Look if there's any questions been posted about your content, and answer them. Respond back. It should be two-way street. You can pose a problem. You could also share resources. But the number one thing I want to make sure you do is that I want you to make sure that you cite your sources with in-text citations. And in this announcement, when you read it, there'll be some information about paraphrasing. Some of you, I could tell, or when I looked, I checked your sources, you just copy and paste it directly from the article or the website or wherever you got your information. That's plagiarism, and you really shouldn't be doing that. You need to look at look at the site, look at the source, read it, take notes on it, think about it, and then paraphrase it. I've given you a resource about how to paraphrase. I believe there's 5-step process you should do to paraphrase. Paraphrasing is a good skill to develop, and you need to use it in this class. Just don't copy and paste. Direct quotes, while they're easy, they really don't show a in-depth understanding of the concept. So you really need to paraphrase. You really shouldn't be doing direct quotes. Everything you do should be paraphrasing. Take an idea, put it in your own words. And again, there'll be a resource there. The next thing is, when you do paraphrase, make sure that you're citing your source with an in-text citation. I've also given you a resource on that from Purdue. There's a Purdue site that I use for APA. I've given you a resource to that. And finally, every in-text citation needs to be on a reference page. And I've also provided you a resource on that. So I'd really like to see an improvement on your citing for this next set of discussion boards. Paraphrase, cite your source, and make a reference list. I'm not asking for a ton of references, one or two math-related sites. Some of you reference a dictionary. A dictionary is really a general reference. It's really not math-related, so it's really not appropriate to use that as a source for anything in this class. So look for math sites, look for articles, things like that that'll support your ideas. So thinking about it, that's about it. Make sure you look at the resources in this announcement. I look forward to going over your homework. I look forward to next week's announcements. Next week's discussion. Remember, their initial posts are due by Wednesday. Follow-ups are due by Sunday. The expectation is that you're working on it throughout the week. Don't wait till the last minute to do it. That doesn't give people a chance to respond. So that's it. I'll talk to you later. This is Ryan, and again, if you have questions, please reach out to me and we can discuss things. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.